to your first appointment with me.
Hello.
I'm Ali. I'm a registered clinical psychologist. So how was the trip in this morning?
Yeah, it was all right. The kids are a little ratty and I had to get them in care, and then the traffic, and I was a bit worried about getting a parking here because I know that can be difficult, but I managed to get one just down the road, so I was on time, which was good.
Good, yeah, traffic can be pretty tough sometimes at this time of morning,
It
so
is, definitely.
and difficult to find a park. So yeah, now you've got our welcome pack, I see.
Yes, yeah, I got this the other week when I dropped in to make the appointment.
Yeah, good. Now we've got our confidentiality agreement. Have you signed that?
Yes, yeah, I've had a read through and
Excellent. So I've just got a couple of things that we've got to touch on about that. So what you're saying in here is confidential, so I want you to feel this is a safe space for you to talk.
Yeah.
But there are just a couple of exceptions to that confidentiality, okay? So if I consider you a serious risk of harm to yourself or to somebody else, or then I am required to report that. Okay?
Yeah.
So the other, if I am going to talk to somebody else about your case, so I may seek some advice from a colleague, or if I am going to refer you, I will talk to you before I do that. So I'll let you know that I'm going to do that.
Okay, good. Yeah.
All right. So there are some other exceptions, but you said that you've read through that.
Yeah, I've read through. Yeah, and signed it. All seemed pretty normal. So.
Yeah. Well, if you have any questions at any time about that, please don't hesitate to ask, and we can address those.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what brought you in here today?
It's a bit difficult. So, we moved here. Maybe sort of like 10 months ago. So, it's me and my husband, and I have a 4-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. So it's quite busy. And we moved here for work for him, and it's been a little bit difficult because I don't have any family here. So I've left. I had my mum and my sister, and I've had to leave them, and I just am really struggling that I just feel like he's not helping me at all with and sort of with the kids. Yeah, and I think I'm just feeling a little bit lost about it all, and I just find myself getting more angry at him, and then I'm sort of angry with the kids, and yeah, and so as I was talking to my mum on the phone, she sort of said I should maybe just find someone to have a chat with. So yeah, that's kind of brought me here today.
Okay. So have you ever had any counselling in the past?
No, because I think I've always been with family, so the kids being quite young in age, that has been tricky. So my son didn't sleep very well, but I guess I just always had my mum and things, and like I understand he has to work, don't get me wrong, but I think it's like he just seems to like have maybe settled in better. I don't know what it is, but like then he'll come home on Thursday and he's just straight out the door to like footy training.
Okay.
And if I'm like, well, what time will you be home? He's just there like, I'll be home when I'm home. And so he's, yeah.
So things are a little bit strained between you, and you feeling like you don't have a support network around you.
Yeah.
So things are pretty tough.
And Michael's just not stepping up. Like he's just, and I'm really just thinking about just leaving and just going back to my family.
Yeah. I can understand wanting to, get close to your support network. So what outside of the family have you got going on that you can be involved in?
Like, so I saw like the CAFS nurse, and she was like, oh, you should go to this play group and you should go to this, but like it's not always easy. Like, do you have kids?
Yes.
Yeah. So like it's not always easy, like with like a 4-year-old and 2-year-old, because if especially if he hasn't slept and then I'm up, and then yeah, so she sort of said about some play groups and things, you know, which might, I mean, yeah, I suppose I could maybe try some more, but I don't really know anyone.
So how does it feel when you get out and meet new people?
I think I'm a little bit nervous. Like, I think I've always just known everyone where I've lived, so it's a bit scary to sort of go and meet new people and yeah, put myself out there. I think a lot of the friends I'd gone to school with, so I've known them, and my cousins, so I've just known them forever. So yeah, and Michael's always saying, you know, you need to get out and like come down the football club, but like it's really difficult. Like, I don't really want to be at the footy club at 8 o'clock on a Thursday night with 2 little kids, you know.
That's, you know, I can understand that. So just let me reiterate, so I can make sure that I've understood. So you've moved here only 10 months ago for your husband's work. So 2 little kids, obviously, both not at school yet. And you're the primary, you know, well, you're the main parent, like at-home parent and doing everything.
Yes.
So your support network is back where you've moved from.
And Mum can't even come visit because obviously, like with Corona, it's been really difficult. So, you know, she hasn't sort of even been able to come over and help me. So,
yeah, that's made things extremely difficult, and you know, I think that has made it harder on everybody, and you know, and I'm sure your family at home are feeling that, you know, that space as well. So look, you're also, I hear that, and correct me if I'm wrong, are you feeling some anxiety about going out and meeting new people and being involved in some groups? You sort of said you get very nervous.
Yeah, I think so. I think, yeah, I didn't really think of it like that before, but yeah, I think, yeah, I am a little.
So a few nerves and just sort of, I guess if you're not putting yourself out there, it sounds like you were, you know, a pretty social person at home in your normal network, because you felt, you know, comfortable and you had people that could support you and that you trusted with your kids and things like that. So, you know, I understand that, you know, this is really tough. And I'm not trying to, you know, put a, you know, actual label on anxiety per se. I'm just sort of saying, you know, it sounds like you're really having a tough time sort of getting yourself out and making new friends and giving yourself a new network around here. So what are your expectations? So what were you hoping to achieve with coming here? So what would you say, because you haven't done counselling before, so we like to set a few goals, what you would like to achieve, and also sort of work out what you want to address immediately, what your immediate concerns are.
I think I just don't want to feel angry towards Michael. Like, I don't want him coming, like, I just feel it myself getting angry at him, and, you know, I just don't think that's good for him or for me or for our kids, and I don't know how to get him to understand
how you feel,
where I'm coming from. So I think that would be something that needs to, you know, change.
So there's certainly some things that we can do to actually, you know, get you to feel a little bit more grounded and a little less angry. So we can certainly discuss those things. So that's a really great goal. We'll come with that at our next session. There's a few little housekeeping things. So in your welcome packet covered your fees. There will be, we do ask for 24 hours cancellation notice, just so, you know, we can work ourselves around and also give you a chance to make an appointment, you know, another appointment to replace that. Now, I would recommend that we start with a couple of sessions of an hour per week. Our fees are, it's $100 a session. That is claimable on Medicare.
Okay, good.
So there is a Medicare rebate. emergency contacts. So if you're feeling really sort of out of control, or you just really need to talk to somebody in that moment, there's some after hours contacts, some free call numbers.
Okay,
so
yeah, I saw them. So
excellent. And or just give us a call and try and make an appointment. Okay. Well, thanks for coming in, Kat.
That's okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So thank you.
Excellent. We'll see you next time.
No worries.